stench of urine can be smelled for at least 30 feet as law enforcement and humane personnel worked at capturing these animals. It was all hands on deck here.
On December 18th, we were called to assist with an animal removal from a house in Troy, New York, where we were told that there were going to be 100 or more animals that would have to come out of that home and come and stay at the shelter because they were in deplorable conditions.
I was here the day that the animals came in initially. It was amazing how quickly the staff got together and arranged to shelter this 100 animals. It was actually incredible how quickly everybody pulled together.
When you first walked into the house, it was striking that there was so much in there. The outside looked fairly normal, a little bit cluttered perhaps, but there was nothing that particularly screamed there are 100 and some odd animals in this house. When you walked into the house, however, it became evident quite quickly from the smell and the sights of the animals in the house that were stacked 2 and 3 high in crates, so one on top of the other with urine and excrement leaking down between the kennels.
I saw most of the dogs that came in from this raid, and one of the things that was readily apparent was the squalor that these animals were living in. These dogs were just saturated with urine and feces, and their hair coats were matted, and you could tell that these were animals that were terrified of people. They had not been well socialized. They were afraid of motion and even just basic human touch, reaching out to pet them. They were terrified. They had never been around people before. It was so sad to see these animals that we all wanted to just hug and pet and make them feel happy, and they were terrified.
On this end, we were making sure that we had kennel spaces. We were making sure that the vet team could be here on hand as they were coming in to evaluate them on their way in the door. We were, prepping more cages and more carriers once we realized how many it was that we were going to need, and calling on volunteers to help us with fostering any animals that could not safely stay in the shelter.
I've been here for 13 years, so unfortunately I have seen a lot of raids, whether it's hoarding houses, puppy mills. Once you like to think you've seen it all, and then you're always surprised at the next thing that you see. And what is so sad is that no matter how many times you see this, you realize how horrible these animals can get. But it is amazing how, with some of the basic veterinary care we provide them, we can improve their quality of life drastically and get them to be healthy, happy, well-socialized animals and adopted out into forever homes.
Just simply reaffirms what the mission is of the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society. I mean, this is what we do, and it's, like I keep saying, as heartbreaking as it is to see these animals come in such appalling circumstances, it is so uplifting to know that we can really make a difference for these animals' lives. And that's, for me, that's one of the most rewarding parts of being a shelter veterinarian, is that I feel that we have the opportunity to have a great impact on many lives.